Good morning, dear student. How are you all? Fine. So this is a video of class 11, and in this video we are going to talk about the types of water, and that one is hard water and soft water. You know that water sometimes is very tough to give leather. Okay, when we will actually use the soap, it will not quickly give you the foam. So that means that water is hard water. Soft water is used easy. Soft water easily it will give the leather, but the hard water will not give the leather. Okay, so why this is called as a hard water, and how soft water can convert into the hard water? You can see that some of the dissolved salt is present into the water, makes the water hard. And first of all, you can see the calcium and magnesium is written here, the calcium and magnesium salt. So it is essential that that water is having the calcium and magnesium is actually present in that one, but its salt would also be there. But what type of salt, what would be the anionic part would be there, that is essential. So this is, you can say that hydrogen carbonate is there, means bicarbonate, and chloride and sulfate. So if you will find this bicarbonate, chloride and sulfate along with the calcium and magnesium salt, that can be called as a hard water. Okay, so here the thing, you can see hard water does not give leather with soaps. We have talked about that one. And this, if you will free that water from the calcium and magnesium with all the chlorine, bicarbonate and sulfate, then water will become soap. Okay, and then it will give the leather with soap. Then after, you can see hard water forms a scum precipitate with soap. So what we cannot get that the cleaning process would not complete with the hard water. As you know that soap containing sodium stearate reacts with hard water to precipitate or CaMg stearate, so that will not give you the pure cleaning. So this is unsuitable for laundry, and it is also harmful for the boiler, because you know the deposition of salt will collect on the layer of the boilers, and this is actually reduces the efficiency of the boilers. And now there are two types of hardness of water. There may be the temporary hardness and there may be the permanent hardness. So we will see here. Okay, so if the water is having the temporary hardness, that means it can be removed by the simply boiling. Okay, now how can you see which compounds is called as the considered as the temporary hardness? You can see there are two types of hardness. First of all, I have hardness of water we are talking. So there are two types of hardness. First of all, temporary, okay, temporary hardness, and then after permanent hardness, okay. So you can see here that temporary hardness if I am talking about, and permanent hardness if I am talking about, that means water, if it is having Ca2 positive and Mg2 positive, that ions would be present over there in any types of water. Okay, now so in that one we can say that if I am talking about the temporary hardness, that means it should contains bicarbonate. But in the permanent hardness we will talk about the chloride, the not bicarbonate, we will talk about the along with this one calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate. In the permanent hardness we will talk about the chlorides and sulfate. Okay, now so if you are saying that CaCl2 is there and CaSO4 is there, that means it is actually having the permanent hardness, means your water is having the permanent hardness. But if you are saying calcium bicarbonate is there, that means it is a temporary hardness. Okay, now so if you are saying this one temporary hardness, so how can you remove the temporary hardness, the water which actually contains the temporary hardness? How can you remove temporary hardness? Okay, now how can you remove? If your water contains bicarbonate with the calcium calcium bicarbonate or magnesium bicarbonate, if it is present in the water, then it is considered to be as the temporary hardness. So that we can remove by simply boiling CaHCO3 whole twice, and if I will heat that one, okay now, if I will heat that one at 100 degrees C, we will see that this one is soluble, this one is soluble in the water. So what I will get the free form of the insoluble salt we will get, and that here the example CaHCO3 whole twice at 100 degrees C heating I have done. And second example, if I will take MgHCO3 whole twice and also I will heat that one, okay now, it will give its insoluble salt, and that one would be the CaOH whole twice. CaHCO3 whole twice will break down to give CaCO3 plus calcium carbonate plus H2O plus CO2, and here in this one MgOH whole twice plus CO2. Now this you can see the precipitate insoluble one, and if there is an insoluble, this one was the soluble, and these calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide are the insoluble, so that will settle down at the bottom, and we will take out the that water by the process of decantation. So like this one, calcium and magnesium with bicarbonate can decompose and it will give the free water H2O. Okay now, so this is the temporary hardness by which we can remove the water from the calcium and magnesium. So this is a way by which we can remove temporary hardness, okay now, by heating. So the first method you have done, that is to remove the temporary hardness by simply heating. Heating means boiling you have done, okay now, boiling you have done. And the second method is actually you can remove the temporary hardness by the Clark's method, okay now, Clark's method, okay. What is Clark's method? You can see here, if you will get the calcium carbonate or magnesium bicarbonate, calcium bicarbonate or magnesium bicarbonate, you will mix it with the calculated amount of lime, okay now, will actually mix it with the calculated amount of lime. So what is lime? Lime is CaOH whole twice, okay now. So here if I have calcium hydrogen bicarbonate, hydrogen or bi, same thing, calcium bicarbonate if I have, then I have added CaOH whole twice, this one is lime, and then you will get this bicarbonate will remove, what it will form? It will form CaCO3 plus, this one is the insoluble precipitate, so CaCO3, 2 CaCO3 plus 2 H2O you will get, and you can see here the insoluble salt will settle down at the bottom, and again we will get the water. So this one is the process, Clark's method, calcium bicarbonate. Now second one is magnesium hydrogen carbonate, MgHCO3 whole twice, and in this one if I will react with 2 CaOH whole twice, then we can see that it will give us the magnesium hydroxide, one of the insoluble hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, and it will also give the CaCO3. As you can see, Ca and CO3 is there, and then it will give magnesium hydroxide, one of the precipitate, and then after it will give the 2H2O. So this one is the Clark's method. You can see slightly, yes, it is okay. Okay, so you can see this is the reactions of Clark's method. What is Clark's method? Clark's method is a process by which, Clark's method is a method, one of the technique by which we can remove the bicarbonate, the hardness of a water, which is a temporary hardness which contains bicarbonate in the structure, and if there would be the bicarbonate, we can simply remove it with the lime by adding the lime, and if you will add lime, it will give calcium carbonate plus 2H2O in calcium bicarbonate. But if you are seeing magnesium hydrogen carbonate is there, then you can add lime and you will get calcium carbonate, magnesium hydroxide plus H2O. So this is a procedure for removing the temporary hardness. Okay, for removing the permanent hardness we will see in the next video. Okay, thank you.